You played with Hakeem, played with Shaq, played with Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to include Kobe in this. The question I'm going to have is, you can start your team with Hakeem, Shaq, or Duncan.
You know, you have to give me a year. What year?
In their
now,
prime.
Give me,
in their prime.
I got, I love Dream. I love Dream, but he's always going to be the better player of the three. But if I'm a starter team, I got to go with Shaq because Shaq is just so freaking dominant. You look at the year he won MVP. I don't think there was a person in the world that could guard him. You'd have had to, go in the lab and make up a player to guard him. He was just so dominant, for that 1 year, but if I have to go for longevity, I have to go with Dream. I know everybody, in San Antonio thinks I'm a San Antonio hater because I don't pick Tim. Tim is a hell of a player. But for me, the guy who took me under his wing and mentored me, the guy I grew up loving, Hakeem Olajuwon, I have to go with him. I'm not going to take Tim Duncan because he's younger than me. I ain't going with nobody younger than me.
I tell people that Tim Duncan has a great sense of humor. He's a funny guy, but he never, ever shows it.
It's dry as heck. And
yes.
If he lets you in, you're going to see a great guy. But that window is small. You have to be a Tom Brady to fit that pass through that hole. Really, and that's Tim. If he lets you in your circle, he's really cool. But then you got to stay in that circle by doing three things. You got to play video games, you got to play poker, and you got to talk about cars. If you don't talk about those three things, you will be out the circle.
People have Shaq stories where Shaq would come out on the floor naked.
Mm-hmm.
With just his shoes on?
Yes.
You can confirm that?
I can confirm that. We sit there and we get ready for a playoff game. I think we was going to play Portland. And we huddled up in center court. Everybody like, where's Shaq? Oh, he's getting treatment. And then next thing you know, he comes running out there with his shoes on, butt naked, trying to light the mood because you have to have those moments, man. Sometimes you can be so intense and you have to have someone to lighten the mood. But, he was just a fun guy, man. But, a lot of guys don't know how to turn it on, turn it off. But Shaq could go from the clown to the killer in 2 seconds.